So friends, let's discuss one important problem of a sampling method. So this is the probability based problem, probability based numerical. So friends, see here example. In IBPS examination, maximum marks was 50, mean score, that means average score was 41.5, and standard deviation is 2.5. For sample of 50 students, what is the probability that the mean score will be between 40.5 and 42? So friends, first see in detail what is the question they have given. They have given that there was an exam IBPS and in that total marks was 50. That means maximum marks was the 50. That means the population is 50. Okay, mean score is 41.5. That means mean of a population is 41.5 and standard deviation, that is sigma, is 2.5. For a sample of 50 students, that means sample of a 50 students, small n is 50, and we have to find the probability that if we choose the sample of a 50 students, what is the probability that their average will lie between 40.5 to 42? That we have to find. Okay, so that probability basically we have to calculate. So what they have given, write down what they have given. They have given population mean, that is a 41.5, right? Mean score, that is a population mean, is 41.5, standard deviation is 2.5, and sample size is small n is 50. Okay, sample is 50, small n is 50. So we have to find the probability of that sample which we have chosen. What is the probability that out of that 50 students, their average will lie between 40.5 to 42? That we have to find. Okay, so friends, in such a type of example, how to solve? In step 1, you have to calculate the standard error of the mean. Very first, remember step 1, calculate the standard error of the mean. What is the formula for that? Standard error of the mean, we have already learned the formulas. It is given by the sigma, or we can say delta, divided by under root of n. It is very easy formula. You have to remember. IMP, this formula is very important. You have to remember that formula. Standard error of the mean is nothing but the sigma divided by under root of small n. What is the sigma? That is the standard deviation. They have given standard deviation 2.5. Just put a value 2.5. Under root of small n. Small n is 50. Small n is nothing but your sample size. So just put the value. So you will get sigma x bar, that is a standard error of the mean. It will become 0.3536. Using simple calculator you can solve this. Okay, now step 1 we have completed. Now second thing is a very easy. They have given range, that score lie between 40.5 to 42. That means range they have given 40.5 to 42, and average of all students, that is a population mean, they have given 41.2. So write down range and the population mean, that is the average of all. They have given 41.5. Remember that 41.5 lies between the 40 and 42, right? So that's why in step 2 what we have to do, we have to subtract this average from this value and this value also. So 40.5 minus 41.5 and 42 minus 41.5. Okay, remember this step is very important. They have given range and they have given population mean. So we have to find, suppose this is range, right? 40.5 and 42, this is the range, and this is our mean, that is a 41.5. okay, so we have to find the difference of the both side. Okay, 40.5 minus 41.5 and 42 minus 41.5. that means from range subtract the population mean. Okay, in step 2, so 40.5 minus 41.5 you will get -1, and 42 minus 41.5 you will get 0.5. okay, in step 3 just divide this value by this standard error. Okay, in step 3 just divide this value by standard error. Okay, so -1 divided by this 0.356 and 0.5 divided by 0.3536. okay, so when you divide using the simple calculator you will get this value, that is -2.8281 and 1.4140. Okay, that two values you got. Now next step is very simple. We have to use the probability table. You have to use the probability table, and in a probability table we have to only take value after decimal point. Only 2 digit you have to take. So 2.8281 you can write as a 2.83. You can ignore the minus sign while when you see the probability table, you can ignore the negative sign. So for a 2.8281 you can write as a 2.83 up to 2 decimal point after the up to 2 digits after the decimal points. So how to find the z value for the 2.83? So friends, see here, 2.83 we have to find, right? So see here, 2.83 we have to find. What do we have to find? We have to find 2.83. Okay, so 2.8. Very first find 2.8. Where is 2.8? Sir, here is the 2.8. What is the next digit? Is 3. So where is the next 3? See here, 2.83 we want. So in z we have 2.8 and next digit is 3. So here we are in a third column. So here you have to find correspond value. So it will 2.83, you will get 0.4977. okay, so this value you have to take. So I have taken here also, you can see 0.4977. okay, similarly we have to find z value for the 1.4140. so up to two digits after the decimal point, so 1.414. okay, so what is z value for that? 1.414. so 1.41, see here, 1.41 we have to find, 1.41. so where is 1.4? Here, sir, here is the 1.4 and after the digit is 1, so 1 we have to take. So 0.4207. okay, 1.41, 1.4 is here and 0 and last digit is 1, so first column we have to find. So our answer will be 0.4207. so take value 0.4207 and simply that z values you have to just add that z value, right? It is very simple. When you add that z values you will get 0.9184, and in case of percentage we call it as a 91.84%. so what is the probability? It is nearer to 92%. so 92% is the chance that if we select the 50 students, their average will lie between the 40.5 to 42. okay friends, I repeat, here it is a very easy numerical. Just follow my method. okay, step 1, calculate the standard error. Step 2, range is given and population mean is given. Subtract range minus population mean and range minus population mean. So you will get two values. Divide that two value by standard error. You will get some value, and for that value just find in the probability table. So look into the probability table, ignore the negative sign. You will get 0.497 for this, and for this you will get 0.4207. just add the both value, you will get the probability. okay, this is very simple, but you have to remember the steps. Step 1, error. Step 2, subtract range and population mean. Step 3, divide by standard error. And step 4, just look into the probability table. So friends, remember, in exam that table will be provided. In exam that table will be provided to you. You don't need to carry that probability table. It will be provided. That means they will give you on screen the value for the z's. okay, so don't worry about that. In exam they will provide the probability table on screen. When they ask the question, in the question itself you will get the probability table. So friends, remember, this is the most expected question. This is the most expected question. This type of question are generally IIBF is asking. So in the last exam also they have asked a similar type of example. What they will just change the values, but method to solve that is you have to apply the same method. Remember, I will repeat the steps because it is the most important part. Very first, in the first step, calculate the standard error. In step 2, we have the range and we have the population mean. Subtract range minus population mean, range minus population mean. You will get some value. Divide that value by the error. When you divide that value by the error, you will get some value, and just in step 4 look into the probability table. Up to 2 digits after decimal point do the rounding off, and up to 2 digits up in the decimal points, after decimal points up to 2 digits get the value from the probability table. When you get the value from the probability table, just add the value and calculate simply the percentage form. Okay, in this fashion you can easily solve this type of numerical. So friends, we will continue our discussion in the next video.